Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're going to take you to Broadway. Anyone here who has ever taken in New York and Broadway may also have seen Off Broadway. Well, this is way off Broadway. It's very rough stages like you see here, bleacher seats at your local ballpark, but wonderful acting, comedy, and dance. Tonight, for your enjoyment, we're going to bring you Way Off Broadway and Forbidden Broadway, a spoof on popular shows, actors, and actresses. We are fortunate to have John Graham as our pianist, and many thanks to Ken Harnden of McAdoo Piano and Organ for providing the piano. Let's begin with some of Vinnie Danceworks' finest, a number from Sweet Charity. Those ladies must be from the Boot Club. I'm not sure which. Next we have Anne, Lynn, and Anita performing a class act from the Tap Dance Kit.
Stop.
Very classy indeed, guys. And now a tune that will stick in your head for a while. Now let's have Ann back to do a solo from 42nd Street at 8:45. Perfect timing, Ann. It's just about 8:45. Next, from Guys and Dolls, Adelaide is fed up with years of promises from Nathan Detroit to marry her and decides to give him back all of his gifts and his mint.
He bought me the fur coat 5 winters ago, and the gown the following fall. Then the dress, the bag, the hat, and the shoes. That was late 48, I recall. But last night in his apartment, he tried
I'd like to introduce one of our guests tonight, Mr. Lyle Van Cleef, our Member of Parliament from Prince Edward Hastings. Lyle, would you stand up? Lyle, I want you to know that we'll have all these costumes washed and laundered before you get back to Ottawa.
What makes me nervous is that one of those people used to work for me and one works for me now.
We were wondering about that. Now we go to Woman of the Year, where we have the first wife, a maker, and the second wife, a glamorous actress, as they meet and discuss why the grass is always greener in someone else's backyard.
I'll bet your friends are all celebrities, and that's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? You can make a pie roast. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? First you brown an onion. Is your picture up at Sardi's?
Yes, it is.
That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? You can clean an oven. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? First you get the easy off.
Oh, the grass is always greener on somebody else's estate. Oh,
The meat is always greener on somebody else's dinner plate.
but you can sew a button on. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? I'll bet you go to discos. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? First you take a photo. I can see you planning picnics. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? Eating at the White House. Now that's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? They only order Big Macs.
Oh, the grass is always greener on somebody else's front lawn. Oh, somebody else's wiener always has a lot more relish on. But you sink the wheels in Newfoundland, and that's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? You can run a household. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? First you have a breakdown. You're always in the magazines, and that's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? You can hold a husband. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? There's more to life than husbands.
I could use a husband.
You can have my husband.
I'm already mad at your husband.
Makes you kinda teary. Oh, think about it, dearie. The grass is always greener in someone else's yard.
It's hard.
I think I missed something. Hey, Nitty, you look good. You should see what she looks like in the morning. I know. Now, from the musical South Pacific, Philippa tells us all about her honey bun.
My doll is as dainty as a sparrow. Her figure is something to applaud. Where she's narrow as an arrow. And she's broad where a broad should be broad.
coconuts, Bill. Yours aren't bad either, Philippa. I'd wear coconuts and a grass skirt for you anytime. Uh-oh, they're back. Those girls from the Wives Club, still envious of each other's lifestyles.
There's a few other questions I have for you. I'll bet you always ride in limousines. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? You've got time for luncheons. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? First you saw the Tupperware. The public wants your autograph. And that's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? You've raised a teenage daughter. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? First you find her diaphragm. The grass is always greener or some other talent is wet. Oh, the teeth are always cleaner than somebody else's politics.
But you know who your neighbors are. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? You know Rhoda Barrett. Now that's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? First you keep your mouth shut. I bet you squeeze the sharp one. That's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? You can make a headline, and that's wonderful.
What's so wonderful? I'd rather have a pot roast.
So go and brown an onion.
Have some peace and quiet.
Already had my husband. Oh, everyone's a victim of his lucky little dictum. The grass is always greener in someone else's yard. It's hard.
Now that was my first wife and my second wife. You should see the third one I'm working on. Next we go to that seductive musical Gypsy and the life story of the tomboy Louise, who turns out to be Miss Gypsy Rose Lee. During her vaudeville act, she runs into three strippers who indicate she'll get nowhere unless she has a gimmick.
You can pull all the stops out till they call the cops out. Mind you'll be kind to your band, but you gotta have a gimmick if you wanna get ahead. Well, you can sacrifice your sack row, working in the back row, pump in a dump till you're tagged. But you gotta have a gimmick if you wanna get ahead. Well, you can That's how burlesque was born. But me, but I do it with a horn. something special, anything that's special. More than just a mimic, when you got a gimmick, take a look how different we are. Boogie while you make it, twinkle while you shake it.
Wait till you refine it.
And if you wanna bump it with a trumpet. Get yourself a gimmick and you too can be a star. Right on.
He's out of the well.
Betty, sorry, is this what Betty told me that the first pictures of
I'm that old lady.
Betty Press the other day, she thought I went to a meeting.
I'll practice.
I
When Anita began teaching dance some 18 years ago, she believed anybody could learn to dance. She sucks you in by saying, it's easy, just take one step at a time. And that's the saying, the check is in the mail. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Anita, I wish I could learn how to dance, but I've got 2 left feet. Do you think there's ever any hope for me?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Anne, if I can learn to dance, anybody can learn to dance. You, anybody. All it takes is one step at a time. There's nothing to it. One step. I took myself one step. One tentative one step. And suddenly, wow! theatrically wise.
So I know that this news won't come as the slightest surprise.
But just in case there's a doubt of whether or not a weather.
This is one of those songs that two parts were looking together. I told myself one step, suddenly I've never been one.
After 35 years, Anita's given up on me ever being a Fred Astaire or a Gene Kelly. But seriously, folks, we do have some wonderful dancers from her school with us to rehearse Swan Lake Ballet. We are close to the end of the scene. You know what's going to happen. We're close to the end of the scene where the hunters shoot the swan. Get out your hankies, it's a real tearjerker.
Now, as he has announced, this is a very serious number because these are some of my best students from the studio. So this is not a crock. This is very serious. Ladies, are you ready?
Ready?
Maestro? Fifth row back. Keep it tight, keep it tight. Arabesque. Fifth row back. Arabesque. Get up, give yourself room, and glissade. Glissade. Pirouette. And glissade. Glissade and pirouette. And chassé arabesque. And chassé and tendu. And chassé arabesque. And chassé, tendu. Ladies, stay in line. Pas-de-jeu, pas-de-jeu. Pas-de-jeu, pas-de-jeu, and arabesque. And pas-de-jeu, pas-de-jeu. Ladies, please, serious. Circle, ladies, circle. And chassé arabesque. Chassé and tendu. Chassé arabesque. And chassé, tendu. And balances, please. Nicely. Remember your ladies now. Please remember your ladies. And under and out. And under and out. Under and out. Under and out. Way to the sides. Feet with the right hands. Minuet. Nicely now. Nicely. Ladies, please. In line, in line. Grandma, ladies, grandma. Changement. Leap, retiré. Leap, and retiré. Nice clothes, please. Nice. Gentle. And fold. Swanee, what happened to you? Oh, very nice, very nice.
Now, I've heard of the Bolshoi ballet, but ladies, that was the bullshit ballet. You better change the name to Swamp Lake Ballet. Lynn is all set to bring you the lead song from the musical Cabaret.
Sitting alone in your room, come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old child. Come to the cabaret.
Thanks, Lynn. Nicely done. At least we have some class in this show. Our final number of Act 1 is a rollicking number from the musical Les Miserables. I suggest you don't attend this bar or drink from these mugs unless you want to lighten your load or get disease.
Now, this is a sordid little lot tonight, isn't it?
Gotta get this set first.
That's okay. Enter Monsieur, fix our piano, and meet the best innkeeper in town. As for the rest, all of them crooks, rooking the guests and cooking the boots. Seldom do you see honest men like me, a gentle good intent, who's content to be the master of the house, doling out the jar, ready with a handshake and an open mouth, tells a saucy tale, makes a little stir, customers appreciate the bon vivant, glad to do a friend a favor, wasn't fun, nice, but nothing gets nothing, everything is nothing right. Master of the house, keeper of the zoo, ready to relieve them of a stew or two, watering the wine, picking up the weight, picking up their knickknacks when they can't see straight. Everybody's boon companion, everybody's chaperone, but luck up for the pieces, to the bone. Master of the house, he never wants a passerby to pass him by. Servant to the poor, butler to the great, comforter, philosopher, a lifelong grace. Everybody's own companion, everybody's chaperone, but lock up your releases, easiest to get to the bone. Enter, monsieur, come and lay down your load, unlace your boots and then rest from the road. Woo! This way is the country, travel's a curse, but here we strive to lighten your beds. Here the goose is cooked, here the fat is fried, and nothing's overlooked till I'm satisfied. Food beyond compare, food beyond belief, mixed it in a mixture that pretend it's beef. Kidney of a horse, liver of a cat, feeling up is yours, you need to listen. Residents are more than welcome, the bridal suite is occupied. Reason
house isn't worth my spit. Comforter, philosopher, and a lifelong shit. Naughty little brain, a regular Voltaire, thinks he's really something. Cruel trick of nature, planted me with such a louse. God knows how I blasted living with this bastard in the house.
Master of the house.
Master of the house!
Comforting philosopher.
Don't make me laugh!
Seven to the four. Butler to the great.
Hypocrite, toady, and inebriate!
Everybody bless the landlord. Everybody bless his spouse. Now everybody raise a glass. Hey!
Raising up the master's ass!
Everybody raise a glass to the master of the
Well, our bar conducts themselves better than that group. So let's take 15 minutes intermission to grab a smoke, go potty, have a drink, and afterwards we'll continue with Forbidden Broadway.
It had to happen, the cast had to change. For how long can a girl do a show? A year and a half, well enough is enough. It wasn't easy, even without matinees it got pretty rough. I'd go to the theater just fine, but then I'd be worn out by 9. Oh, what then of my future and my career? Although Broadway show offers are few, I can still do my clubs and my small movie roles. But when they fill me up, I will certainly keep myself free. But the chances are likely to be they won't want to come with me. Don't cry for me, Barbra Streisand. The truth is I never liked you. You'll do the movie and drive me mental when you sing Ava like you sing Gentle. How would you have liked it in '68 when they done for the girl without you? And MGM bought the film rights and they wanted a star with no protrusion. So they rewrote the script and they cast Doris Day. You would have gone crazy and cried. But me, I'll just stick here and say, don't cry for me, Barbra Streisand. The truth is you bought the film rights, though you're a belter and very shrewish. For Argentina, you're too Jewish. Have I said too much? And are you too big a star to be lectured to? All you have to do is look in the mirror to know that every word is true.
Call on Carol. She's the one producers recommend when they're producing all the either Broadway or some
version of The Kiss of the Spider Woman. And I'll probably win another Oscar, and you can present it. I'd sooner die. You probably will. You know, I just came by to clarify one thing. My name is Cheetah, not Rita. Though you look like me, I'm not Cheetah. People smoke me from Cheetah. They look at me and I'm not Rita. I won an Oscar while you wept. During your latest film, I slept. I am a versatile actress, long as she stays on the mattress.
I went along with the ears. Okay, I went along with the ears. That was all right. I'm not carrying the damn rat out on the stage. That's it. Forget it. No rat. Hairballs. I've got problems with hairballs. Every evening when night falls, I am gagging again. I remember the night when I first played on this role. Now 10 years later, it's very thin. Maestro, do you have anything a little more up tempo? You may think it's kind of fun to be all dressed up like a cat, but since the premiere performance, I have lost 10 pounds of fat. This is all full of fleas that bite me, like this extra body rat. Won't you tell the Humane Society it is hell eating cats? There are people who call you, see, and they stroke you and
So, you want to be a star in a Broadway show? Well, let Sister Mary Obnoxious explain it all to you. Be a Catholic. Be a Catholic. If a Broadway show is what you want the most, go to chapel and your papal will descend on you just like a Holy Ghost. Hello, brother. Hello, sister. Oh, once in Fiddler, and Bette Midler, even once you were a singing comic Jew. Now it's Catholic. Be a Catholic. And you may end up a star on Broadway too. Brothers and sisters, look what I have for you. Catholic, be a Catholic, be on Broadway, be on Broadway, sound of music, action, time, that's the deal. Be a Catholic, be a Catholic, be a Catholic, and you may end up another priest for me. You betcha.
Maybe on the other side of the quick enough. We go your way.
An actor in New York. Sound crazy, no? Here in our little village of Manhattan, there are over 50,000 actors, all trying their best not to end up in... No. It isn't easy. We work so hard. And I can tell you the one thing that keeps us from ending up in Belleville is... ambition. Here in our little village of Manhattan, we have our ambitions for everything. Opera, ballet, television, even waiting on tables. That's why they wear those cute little bow ties and carry these side towels. The shows are unending devotion for money. I need so much money for my rent, for my service, so I never get the chance to dance and sing. Oh, I'm not going to pay my rent, for my service, so I never get a chance to dance and sing. You may ask, where did these ambitions come from? I'll tell you. I don't know. But this much I do remember. When I was 10, I saw a show on TV, starring Gary Moore. I wrote and I asked to put me on the show, but he said, no, as dinosaur. Rejection, rejection, ambition, rejection, rejection, ambition.
When I went through puberty, I got depressed at what I found when I undressed. Nothing seemed to happen here around my chest, and so to modeling I acquiesced. Depression.
ambition, our lives would be as crazy as an actor in New York.
Our show. I'd like to introduce you to our cast and helpers. First but not least is beautiful Bruce, or bountiful Bruce Knudsen. Fickle Frank Scotty. Exotic Eugene DeGrassi. Raunchy Rick Cole. Bodacious Bill Savage. Erotic Yvonne Menard. Lynn Fennell. Ann Graham. Barb Savage. Philippa Burkholder. John Graham on piano. And last but not least, Anita Benny. Kevin Smith and John Thor. Where's John? Kevin?